Hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. We're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a short and sweet spirit baby reading. I hope it's short and sweet because you know with me I could sit here and be channeling all day long. So we're going to hop right into it. And I've been hearing a song. I've been hearing one way or another. I'm going to see ya. I'm going to meet ya. And I was hearing that part of the song. So this is that spirit baby confirming that they will be coming through. You will meet them. You will be holding them earthside. For those of you who've been feeling this longing that like, why aren't I pregnant yet? If you're the woman, like, why haven't I conceived yet? What is going on? Why hasn't this spirit baby come through for me and my partner? I'm also hearing this because this could also be weighing on the minds of the divine masculine, like why haven't I got her pregnant yet? That kind of energy is coming through. But this spirit baby wants you to know they will be coming through. Maybe you've been hearing that song. It's by Blondie, I feel. One Way or Another, that song that was coming through. But the first poem we have here is: elephants and dried roses, mummy moves people into different poses, flashing lights and crystal clear skies. Sometimes she's up all night, editing photos in her red room. When I'm born, I'll be her muse. Emotions heighten, so grab some tissues. Not one to cry in public. Pregnancy causes an awakening, trust it. Defenses will come down with the right people around. I have a feeling daddy is scared of clowns. He saves people who nearly drown. The lighthouse is important here. It represents what our family hold dear. No need to fear when you can see the shore. That's when darkness can't control you anymore. Please read me books on folklore. When I was reading, I have a feeling daddy is scared of clowns. He saves people who nearly drown. I was being shown train tracks and like somebody trying to attempt a suicide attempt. So maybe like the divine masculine in your connection has saved somebody else from committing suicide. That's coming through is significant for someone. You guys could be seeing elephants everywhere as a sign, and you could feel like the elephant spirit animal is very, very connected to your spirit baby. This is also saying that this spirit baby is going to love very, very deeply, and then also grieve very, very deeply. There's this energy that's coming through straight away, an energy of kind of like death and an energy of grief, like the kind of darker side of life that is already coming through here. Maybe you guys have had experiencing a lot of loss, like a lot of miscarriages or like false pregnancy. If you really feel like you were pregnant this month and it doesn't actually happen, like that kind of energy is coming through. It's like this path has taught you about death essentially and about grieving something that hasn't happened yet. That's the energy that's coming through. It's taught you like how to grieve something that hasn't actually happened yet. It also would have taught you to surrender to divine time and to God's watch. And that we can have a plan in life, but life doesn't always go to plan. What else, Spirit? Can I get another poem for the collective? Some of you could work in photography. And maybe you specifically work with like babies, like newborns, doing those newborn photos. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few more poems for the collective? That is way too many. We're going to take these two that flipped over here. So this first one here says, orange flowers and clock towers, quaint places capture my heart. They're also helpful when making art. A family of painters I'm likely to choose, or those with literacy passion projects that become renowned and make it on the news. I do enjoy a good old snooze. Mummy believes I'm a grandparent reincarnated. She says it's in my eyes and I pull the same funny faces. Mannerisms are an interesting thing. Are we creatures of habit or does the soul pull the strings? I'll ask many questions about life itself, the mystery of humans and this world. It doesn't take much to intrigue me. Only boring people get bored, so I ponder on my thoughts. I'll be an active sleeper because I'm a vivid dreamer. When I was reading this poem, I was being shown a mummy, like a mummy in a museum. It's kind of given like Egyptian energy. So I do feel like this soul, you and this spirit baby, you've been together in ancient Egypt and now you're reconciling. And this is a big thing, which is why some of you could be a bit later in age, which is where you'll be worrying, like, where's this child? You could be a bit later in age, so you could be worrying about biology. But if not, you have that old soul energy, and you've always felt very, very connected to Egypt, to ancient Egypt. And so will this spirit baby. So you're going to be, I'm hearing two peas in a pod about the things that you're interested in and your perception, your outlook in this world. And they could be asking you lots of questions about, it says here, about the mystery of humans and this world. This is what they're going to be asking you loads of questions about, which is why you guys had to also walk this journey, because you had to prepare so you know how to best guide and best teach this spirit baby when they are young, when they're a child. I do feel like you'll be getting a lot of visits from them within your dreams, but you're also going to be having a lot of waking visions, like as if they're literally right there physically in front of you. You could have visions where they just appear in front of you and then they say something, like a one line, like a message, they say something for you. I do believe a lot of you have been writing this down. You could literally have a whole, it's given kind of like a chapter of a book now of all the messages and the things that your spirit baby has been saying to you. Some of you guys, you write it down. And then we have here, I dreamt of this tree and a fluffy buzzy bee. My grandma told me that my wish would come to be. I'd always felt more connected to the other side, but the more I ground to earth, the more I come alive. I used to dream that I could fly. Fear of falling never crossed my mind. Illuminated you will be, my great ancestors said to me. Listen to the wind, follow the trees, they'll lead you to who you're meant to be. My spirit baby visited me. He said, Mummy, find your wings, then you'll be free, and soon enough you'll be guiding me. My higher self connects the most when I flow like a river and gaze at the willow tree. I'm claiming my power, and oh yes, I mean to boast. This soul, they know who they are. When they're here, when they're going to be here in the physical, they're going to know who they are. So as a toddler, they could be very, very stubborn and hard-headed and fixed. I'm just seeing a toddler sitting there and they're kind of sulking. They're sitting on a step. It's like a concrete step. So you're outside. Maybe you're like, come on, let's go. I don't have time for this. Now hearing this coming from the parent, I told this, they're like, nope, I'm not moving. You're just going to have to pick me up. It's like that energy coming through, and they're going to be in this energy at a very, very young age. And I feel like some of you are kind of like, oh my God, they're me. It's like the energy coming through. So you guys could be very stubborn and very fixed, and you don't like being told what to do. You do not like authority, even though, and particularly when it's your parent. Which deck next? Let's get some clarification of the poems. This one. So obviously authority, when you think of authority in this world, the last thing I would think of as parents, I often go straight to like the government, police, like that sort of thing. But what's coming through here is like parents. And maybe when you were a child, you saw your parents as the authority that was getting in your way, that was always saying no, it was stopping you from doing things. And this spirit baby could kind of see you guys in that way. And you could have made a vow to be like, okay, I'm not going to do this like my parents did it. I'm not going to turn out to be like my parents. And there could be certain things that you say and you're like, oh my God, I'm my mother or I'm my father. That's what's coming through here. We have a tree. It says nurture. Take care of your needs first. Your nurturing will benefit others only if your own needs are met first. Nurture the new in your life and watch it grow. Trees are significant because that came out in the poem. So you could literally be having dreams of a tree, of like the tree of life. And it could have like elders and ancestors that are standing by this tree. Because they're letting you know that this spirit baby is coming through. It's given like a grandparent, like a grandmother, but the first grandmother in your entire bloodline, if that makes sense. Like a grandmother that's going way, 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 way back. Not one that you know that was here Earthside. The first grandmother, that's who's reincarnating. Very, very powerful. You guys could be seeing frogs. And you could be seeing an owl or like birds that are on fire. Not necessarily the phoenix, because I'm seeing more an owl. But you could be seeing birds that are on fire. And you could be seeing this within the clouds. I'm staring here in the clouds. I'm being shown a bird here in the clouds, but it's on fire. What else? We have play. This is beautiful. 2 little girls. Some of you guys could be destined to have twins, but I love how children has turned up here. So that is beautiful omen that these spirit babies will be joining you Earthside. You're destined to be a parent. If you've been drawn to this video, you're destined to be a parent. You guys could be very fond of daisies. Maybe when you were a child, you used to make daisy chains. That's also coming through. A lot of you guys could be destined to have little girls, like a girl household. But this is a general reading, so there's going to be a mix. Because I can feel both genders that are coming through. When I do spirit baby readings, they're often right here. I kind of feel them right next to me. They're kind of in a line. Because obviously there's going to be a lot of them. So they come through with like different messages for the collective, for you guys. So I'm feeling both boys and girls. But a lot of you guys could have always felt very, very destined that your household would just be like all females, a girl household. Yes, that is going to be the case. They're saying yes. You could have always have dreamt of calling one of your little girls Daisy. And then we have here body. You could be working on your body right now, like being very mindful of what you're putting into your body. You could be eating foods that are associated with fertility, that are associated with health when it comes to your fertility. So when it comes to the womb, when it comes to the sperm count, things like that. And I feel like with your mind is that you want to have that fertile mind as well. But you'll be bringing yourself back into your body. So you do know that you need to be very, very grounded in your body when you are wanting to conceive a child. Some of you guys could enjoy watching movies about robots. You know that I'm seeing that movie I, Robot with Will Smith as I'm staring at this kind of robot here in the background. You could love sci-fi movies, or maybe this is your partner and they could kind of force you sometimes to sit down and watch them. I feel like you guys would have to compromise on what you're watching because you like to watch different things. You could also be seeing butterflies. Some of you guys could have a butterfly hair clip because I'm staring at her hair clip. Let's get one more card from this deck to clarify, and we're going to close out this message. So what else do the collective need to hear when it comes to this spirit baby reading? What else do the collective need to hear when it comes... I keep staring at the tree that's on this card. So again, trees, very, very significant. As I've said that, we have letting go, time for release, and the leaf has come out. And obviously leaves are connected to tree. So yes, the tree omen is sign for you guys. It's given the tree of life. And again, I'm seeing that powerful elder, is the grandmother. It's not just a grandmother somewhere on your bloodline. The grandmother, the first. That's who's coming back. Very ancient, very, very powerful soul, which is why the elephant was coming through as being significant when it comes to the spirit animal that will be around them. You guys could be finding feathers. You could even have one of those moments and maybe you're in meditation or just there going about your business. Maybe you're just washing dishes. I'm seeing someone wash dishes and a feather just comes out of nowhere and goes down like this right in front of your face, right in front of your eyes. You could be like, what the fuck? Like, where's that come from? The heavens. It's come from your spirit baby. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with somebody out there. If you wanted a personal reading, my website is in the description below.